The purpose of the weekly meeting is to see and reflect on how the former week was and what actions we're doing to increase our rates or understanding of the process that we are in.
Okay, so and how can you look at the week before? Because sometimes you usually need some sort of standard or measurement or plan, and what are your standards and measurements?
Yeah, the measurement is a key part in this team target board because
that's why it's called target.
Yeah, it is, and we have this. For example, we have.
And this is yours, right?
Yeah, this is mine, and we have a target condition.
Yeah.
And we have.
So you have a lot of different targets here, right?
Yeah, in different areas. Whether it's in money, cars sold, or like finance spreads and such. So we measure everything separately.
And of course, customer satisfaction.
Customer satisfaction, yeah, that's the most important.
Yeah.
But you measure how many cars you sold, how many used cars you sold, if you sold with a finance deal, if you sold some service packages, etc.
Yeah, and also the cars that we buy in to see that we are doing it correctly, so we're giving it a chance to earn money on cars that we trade.
Okay.
And to see if the cars that we have for sale, like used cars, to see that they're exchanging position in normal time.
Okay, so they're not here too long.
Yeah.
And then you also look if you follow up, if you sold a car, call the customer, you know.
Yeah, because it's a learning process. If we see a car that's not sold for a couple of days, why is it not sold?
Okay.
And then we can discuss it in team and know for the future, if you get exactly the same car, how should we handle it?
So let's look at a target here or a category of measurements. Which one are we looking at now?
Now we're looking at customer satisfaction.
Yeah.
And
there we see that it's the current state is 70. Sorry.
Yeah, the current state is from last week.
From last week.
And we have a target condition of 90%.
So you have you're a little below.
I'm a little bit low on that one. The others are perfect at the moment.
Optimal.
Actually, yeah, that's right. But you should be proud when you're succeeding.
Yeah.
So if we're under a target condition, this is year to date.
Oh, it's year to date.
6 months and 2 months.
Pace.
Yeah.
I've counted to yearly.
To yearly pace. So this is something you have a deviation, you can say, and
yeah.
So
and
what do you do then?
You can see the progress.
But you're moving in the right direction.
I'm moving in the right direction on that one. Yes.
So what happens when you have this deviation? What do you do?
We make something we call PDCA.
PDCA, Plan, Do, Check, Act.
Yeah. And at first we describe the problem, or in which area the problem is.
Contact after delivery is syncing.
Yeah.
And then this one, the A?
I make a definition of the problem.
Okay.
So it's visual.
So this is the current state. If I don't talk with the right person with contact after delivery, I don't get the desired result in a survey. The reason is probably because I haven't checked that it's okay to contact customers a certain day and time.
Yeah.
So that's your, what it looks today currently.
And we make a hypothesis of how to manage it.
Okay.
And then we test the hypothesis for a short while of time.
Okay.
I'm doing this for 2 months. And I also describe, I'm not sure if you can see it here, but I have a current condition and target condition to measure it by.
Okay. And the hypothesis is start asking the delivery if I can call, plan the call and put in my contact details in the telephone so they know it's you who's calling.
Yeah.
So they who's this? It's just a random number.
Yeah.
Okay, good hypothesis. Have you tested it yet?
I've tested it yet for just 2-3 weeks, and I can see that it's beginning to show.
So the learning so far is that
I hope that the test of the hypothesis will be positive, because I think that's the right way of doing it.
Okay.
But the numbers will show.
And if the hypothesis is not correct, I guess the learning is even better.
I rewrite it.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what you do. Every salesperson goes through.
Yeah.
And you're the sales leader.
Yeah, sales manager.
Sales manager. So what's your role here? Because you're not presenting their targets; they're presenting themselves.
Yeah. a big deal here is the feedback. What they're doing good. I think 80% is positive feedback.
Positive feedback.
And we talk about deviations as we showed here. And my task is to help to create this PDCA.
Okay. If there is a, under target, let's create a PDCA.
Yeah. Help to develop it and steps here, C and D, and what did you learn? What's the next step? And how do we plan it on our visual planning to make actions to really make it happen?
Do you see different? Because how long have you been here?
10 years.
10 years. And how long have you worked in this way?
In different ways, but about 5 years.
About 5 years, yeah. And you have some new salespeople?
Yes.
Do you see a difference in their way of thinking in PDCA and targets?
Yeah, they get immediately feedback on their performance, and we can help them coaching through the whole process, not just
yeah. And I was also thinking of the skill level. I mean, I guess you have it more. For you, it's natural to think of hypotheses. But if I'm new and come here, it's like, what are you talking about?
This is also a bit new to me because we talk about if we have a problem, we almost directly go to the solution.
It's a common reaction.
The hard part about this is to actually define the reasons why it's a problem and what's happening and why it's an outcome like that. So we're going into it a bit deeper instead of saying that I know the problem. You have to test it first.
So instead of just jumping to solution, you're trying to really learn and think.
And that's the hard part.
That's the hard part.
Because that's not natural for us.
No.
What's the root cause? What's the real problem?
And also be humble that we don't know the solution. It's a hypothesis. That's interesting. And how long have you worked with this?
For 2.5 years about, I think.
Yeah.
But now it's more natural than before to think that way.
So if we compare this to a regular car dealer, is it different?
Yes, it's very different.
And what's the main differences, do you think?
The team. This is a great tool for team development, and it makes a great visual to see how and transparency, how the company's going, how the team.
Because it says team target board.
Team target.
Yeah, it's not the individual. It feels individual, but you work together as a team.
Work together. We have common goals, and everybody makes an effort to reach the team goals. Not
so you don't have a personal. You have a personal sales code, but it's not a kickback on that, or how does it work?
Shortly, but it's not the main focus.
The main
it's a
focus
result
is the team.
of a good team effort.
Team, okay.
Yeah, and the understanding of this, why we believe it, is that we put ourselves in the customer's shoes and what's the best way of doing things or owning a car, what we think, and then we apply that through this and the team that we create between the sales staff and technicians. If we are a combo, we think that the customer will gain from that. And
then you'll have a flow from a whole journey for the customer.
Yeah.
So the team perspective is very different because I guess otherwise, if I understood you correctly, it's more individual oriented.
Yeah. And the learning curve is much quicker to new salesmen comes in because Fredrik has worked here in 10 years.
Yeah.
He's waiting in many areas, and it's a helping journey to get to performance, a high performance.
Okay. So this structure. So if I would work here, this structure would help me become a better salesperson quicker.
Definitely.
And also it will maintain a level of performance, because if you are working on a place in 10 years and the others are new, you will almost in every company have a role. You're this person because you've been here for 10 years, but if I deliver worse than you guys,
okay, so it keeps you.
It will keep me on my feet.
Yeah.
Keeps you sharp.
Yeah. Yeah, that's important. How did you choose the targets?
By defining the sale process as it is.
Okay.
And a big key issue here is quality. But the difference between the car dealers, they have not those parameters.
So trying to look at the sales process step by step, what it is, and then quality in each step, and what do we need to measure to make sure we have a high quality sales process. So that's how you define the targets. And otherwise, how are targets defined in a sales regular car dealer?
Good question.
Yeah. Don't remember.
They're often from the GAs or the finance institute, or they.
Okay, so
you should perform this, but how is not defined.
So it's more a result measurement.
Yeah.
This based on the financial.
We want this.
And these are more process measurements.
Yeah.
What should we do to achieve high quality in the sales process?
And also a benchmark if a new guy or girl comes in and asks how many cars will I sell to be a good salesman here, or my finance penetration. Just look at this one; he's the best. If he can do it, you can also do it. So the benchmark and learning is goes quite quickly.
That's something that also makes, or when we're looking at targets, we get from different areas what are the best achieved. That will be our lowest point of target, because we're not here to play in second division or something. We need to be the best. There's no reason to not have that as a goal or target condition.
So two more questions. One, the continuous improvement is the problem resolution here, the PDCA. Do you have any other types of continuous improvement? Or is that the main thing?
The main thing that creates also tests on their visual planning.
Yeah.
So it creates actions. If you scroll it down, you can. Then if you have an area that you want to improve, you can then you drag actions. So here's the blue note on this one. So here I'm gonna reach my target.
So here you have the deliverables, your visible planning tasks.
Yeah.
And where does this one come? Is this
On my the VP.
Yeah, visible planning.
The daily that we have on daily basis.
Yeah, so this is from the daily.
Yeah.
We can check that also maybe. The other question is, so it's a lot of work. Does it give any results? How is Rejmes performing?
In many areas we're on top in the country. So customer satisfaction, we are put the result together. So in the sales and workshop we're in the absolute top. So we're number one.
Yeah.
So last year we finished on first place with the combined results between the sales and workshop.
And results-wise, the bottom line?
Yeah, the best result in Rejmes history.
Okay, so it's giving results. Yeah. No, because lean is about achieving results.
Yes.
Could we look at the daily meeting also?
Yes.
How it works?
So here we have instead every team member.
And these are all the sales team member?
Yeah, and a
And
couple of them are also on this board here.
So daily you look more. So what would a daily meeting look, for example?
So when we meet at 9 o'clock, each individual steps up in front of the board and explain their days.
Yeah.
After everyone has drawn their day, we are looking for situations or times of the day when we think that we are vulnerable, and then we take actions of exchanging like places or times where we can do other things.
Okay.
And we
And
also-
vulnerables, why?
Let's say for an example that
Handling
this
flow
Wed-
traffic.
Yeah, on a Wednesday,
Yeah.
there are 6 salespeople working, and 4 of us have a delivery of a customer car
Okay.
at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That will be a vulnerable time for us, because if 3 people are walking in through the door to buy a car, we don't have enough staff to make sales. So we have to
Okay,
balance
so here
that
is
out.
really to make sure, do we have people here to take care of our customers coming in? If everyone would have booked and all the salespeople and people are sick, what do you do? Can you pull in other people from in the company?
Yeah, if there's a situation that we as a team, as a sales team, feel that we are not enough people to manage these days, we go to Ola, for example, or any other who is able to speak with a customer and know what they're doing. They don't need necessarily to sell this car, but they need to take care of the customer's needs.
I know even not even, but finance people, they have some basic training how to take care of people.
Yeah.
So maybe on Saturday sometimes we have an extra peak.
Yeah.
And everyone is sitting outside on the floor here,
Yeah.
right? Working.
Yeah. So the whole management team is person that could be in the showroom.
To
On
first
daily
assist, maybe not sell, but to assist the customer. So that's what you look at the daily meeting, vulnerables.
And also, like, for example,
And here's
when
Keenan's.
when we are making things proactive for like a PDCA,
Yeah.
it shows on this tablet as well. We are doing actions to take steps to reach our target.
Okay.
Developing workshops, and we have the topics on the side.
So these are the topics for
Yeah.
the meeting, or
And not for meeting, it's fast buttons for some actions. We have co-listening when we listen to each other in the sales process.
for deliver CRM.
Yeah, and we have put a customer for a meeting. So with the different coloring makes it more visual also.
So these colors are connected to these different
Yes.
sorts of activities. What do you
For
need
an
to do?
example, if we take this down, this is a week. If you take it to the day instead, it's more visual to see. Day. You don't need to open everything, but we can see here, okay, how many deliveries do we got today on all the sales staff? Okay, so we are delivering 1, 2, 3 cars today, and they're not at the same time. Oh. And they are not at the same time. So this
So
will be a
That we won't
manageable
have a
day.
problem.
Okay, so that's your main thing on the daily meeting.
Yeah, we have something that's also one of our tasks, and that's to keep things shiny.
FMS and standards.
So 5S.
FMS and standard.
And here we are looking at things that is our responsibility to keep at the highest level. And we just confirm it every day that things are in order, or if there's a deviation. And then if there's a deviation, we place it on where it is.
So do you have a deviation here from today?
Let's see, it's today.
So what, when, and who.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here we have a couple of tasks.
Okay, here's
today.
the price for new car, etc. Checks. So everything is on the top level in the sales showroom.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I miss anything?
No, I don't think so. This is what we do.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.